Every year around the end of August, Montrose Air Station Heritage Centre arrange a fly-in. It's a great opportunity to catch up with friends that I haven't seen for a long time, so this year I decided I would fly through and land at the air station. I also took with me my good friend John Robertson from the Scottish Aero Club. John's been a member of the Aero Club for a very long time and he's one of our most senior members, and it was a pleasure to go flying with him today.
The fly-in element of the day actually takes place as close as possible to what was originally a very early World War I Royal Flying Corps landing site. Sadly, the original landing site no longer exists, but we're now landing on an area that normally these days comprises of 3 football pitches. But it's great fun. Lots of different aircraft types have been flying in throughout the day, everything from flex-wing microlights, gyrocopters, Cessnas, all kinds of different things. There's also military vehicles, lots of food places, and of course there's the main museum itself, which is just a few hundred yards away.
I decided to go up in the world and got a lift with Vince from Height for Hire, my new best mate, who took me up in a very large platform so that I could get a much better view of Montrose, the basin and the landing site, so you can see it in context and you can see just how close we're landing to the town of Montrose itself. Really is a lovely spot. This is my friend Ian Hutchison coming in to land in his Mark 26 Supermarine Spitfire replica. One of the problems when you're landing in a strip like Montrose is you don't have the usual kind of markings that you have on a runway. And on an aircraft like Ian's Spitfire replica, you need to be absolutely on the ball, and he really is a cracking pilot. And he came in after having tested the landing and did an absolute greaser. Well done, Ian.
I'm now joined by Stuart Archibald, who is Mr. Montrose Air Station Heritage Centre, and who has organised today's fantastic event. So Stuart, you must be happy with the way today's going?
Yeah, it's been a glorious day. The weather's been kind to us. Lots of aircraft, lots of local people coming along and enjoying aviation. What more could we ask for?
Fantastic. Happy with the number of aeroplanes that have flown in as well?
Absolutely. It's tremendous to see so many different types and so many interesting airframes, so it's really good.
And the museum, I haven't been over to the museum yet, and we're probably not going to cover that in this video, but do you want to tell us just a little bit about what the museum is and what it does and how people can find it?
Absolutely. The museum is in the industrial estate in Montrose. It's easy to find. Go on Facebook, look us up. There's directions on how to get to us. We celebrate the fact that we are the oldest and the first fully operational military air station in Great Britain. We were here in 1913, served throughout the whole of the First World War and the Second World War, and our main aim is to keep the memory alive of this wonderful air station.
And Stuart, you do it so well. I know you're really busy today and you've got lots to do. You better get on and do it. Thanks for taking the time to speak to us.
Cheers, thank you.
Have a great day, Stuart.
Thank you.
Stuart's a great guy. A couple of my friends even joined us today by paramotor, and that was fantastic to see. We had all kinds of aviation represented. I've never flown a paramotor, but I am qualified to fly a paraplane, so the guys let me have a go, at least at putting the paramotor on, but I fear that my aging back and ruptured discs in my spine are probably no longer up to paramotoring. Fantastic sport though.
That would not be funny, Polly.
Even got Alba Air Sports here today, and they'll teach you how to fly.
And here are a couple of my favourite military aircraft from today. A beautiful genuine Cessna Bird Dog owned by Jim Watt, and a cracking replica of an SE-5A owned by Neil Geddes.
I've now managed to track down Ian Corse. Ian is the chairman of the Scottish Aero Club.
For my sins.
For your sins. It's getting pretty noisy here, Ian. I think that quite a few of your members from the Scottish Aero Club have come here today.
Yeah, we've had a good turnout. I don't know how many aircraft are here from Perth, but there's quite a few anyway, so this is the sort of thing we like to get involved with and support, especially trying to get something a bit more permanent here in Montrose if we can, but it's a work in progress.
Ian, tell me a little bit about the Scottish Aero Club. I know you're in a rush because I know you're just about to jump in this beautiful aeroplane that you built yourself, and I think you're heading for the Isle of Mull later on this afternoon.
That's right, yeah, there's an RV flying at Mull, so I'm heading across there. The Scottish Aero Club, we've got about 80, 90 aircraft based at Perth, 250 members thereabouts, and quite an active club. It's been going for a long time. It's one of the oldest clubs in Scotland, one of the largest clubs in Scotland, and hopefully it remains that way for some time to come.
And if anybody's interested in flying, Ian, somewhere like the Scottish Aero Club, a good place to start.
Yep, you can learn to fly at the Aero Club itself. We do microlight flight training or gyrocopter, or next door there's ACS. If you want to learn to fly something a bit bigger or go commercial, then they can help with that.
And if you really want to get clever, you can build something like this, and we'll talk to you about this another day because I know you're in a rush just now. You can build a beautiful aeroplane like this and spend your day flying to Montrose in the morning, then flying to the islands for your lunch, and then flying somewhere else for the evening. It's getting really noisy. Ian,
Alright, cheers Norman.
Enjoy your flight. See you later.
Ian's aircraft really is a stunning example of the mark. Well done to him. Of course, it's not just aeroplanes. We've already seen military vehicles, but there's lots of other things going on at Montrose over this weekend. Really is worth a visit, whatever your interest.
That's my friend Bob and his girlfriend Susie. How cool is it to be able to take your partner flying? They don't know what I'm saying about them.
That's my little aeroplane, but it wasn't the smallest aeroplane on display this weekend. We did have at least one from the local model aircraft club, who usually fly from this site at the weekend. Many members of the Scottish Aero Club, including myself, started off our aviation interest flying model aircraft. It's a brilliant way to start in flying.
I'm now standing next to Archie Liggett, and Archie is the national chairman of Civil Air Support. Archie, do you want to tell us about Civil Air Support?
Yeah, Civil Air Support is a national organisation throughout the UK of pilots, of people who want to operate as observers and supporters who help the charity, who all get together to make their aircraft available for anything at all that you want. It could be helping emergency services, it could be flying things around for people, it could be to help farmers, individuals, whatever. Anyone that needs an airplane for some form of air support and can't get it any other way, we'll do it for you.
So are you really telling me that if I've got a charity or an organisation and they need help from somebody with an aeroplane, I can contact Civil Air Support and you will help me?
You can, and it will be absolutely free as well. We don't charge. We're a charity, so we can accept donations afterwards, but we don't charge at the point of contact.
How do we find you, Archie?
You find us on the website, civilairsupport.com. There's an email address and there's a phone number there. Just give us a ring. One of our duty ops managers will pick it up for you.
So we can call you anytime. A duty ops manager will pick up that call, and if you fit the criteria, you could have airborne support.
That's entirely correct, yes.
What a fantastic charity. Archie, thanks so much for taking time to speak to us today.
You're welcome.
Archie's also a good friend of mine, and I know for a fact that he started his aviation career flying models before he went on to fly fast jets for the RAF and 747s for British Airways. But what about this? Another genuine warbird. J3 Piper Cub. Just coming into land perfectly. But it gets even better for me.
Really special highlight of the day for me. A good friend Russell Mills has given me the opportunity to fly with him in his Piper Cub. Wow. So Russell, as well as flying this for fun, also flies the air ambulance.
Yeah.
What do you prefer, Russell?
It depends what I'm doing on the day. When I'm flying this, I want to be flying the helicopter. And when I'm flying the helicopter, I want to be flying this. But actually that's not true. When I'm flying this is great. This will do me, because I retire in a year and a half anyway, so I'll still have this and then no more helicopters.
Can I ask you a couple of questions about the airplane, Russell? Because this is a genuine World War II vintage aircraft, isn't it?
Yes, built in 1940. Hold on, I got to check.
Oh. Okay, right, I wonder what you were checking.
first digit of the serial number is the last digit of the year it was built.
And Scottish Eurocup legend tells us that there is actually still some battle damage on this aeroplane, is that
There is.
correct?
Yes, we're going to have to walk around the front.
No, it's okay.
It was flown with the 79th Infantry Division, which landed on Utah Beach about 6 days after D-Day, and then turned right and liberated Cherbourg. But after that, they turned south and went to Le Mans through France, first across the Seine and then into Germany, ending up in Germany somewhere. But the aircraft was refurbished a while back, and they found a patch on the undercarriage crossmember here. And when they took the old one off to replace it, they found a bullet hole in there in the German caliber.
The German, okay. Yeah, so at least it was one of the other guys.
Yeah.
I remember being lectured to once by a general, and he said, I always remember, he said, I've been shot in battle 3 times. He says, in 2 of those times, he said, in 2 of those times it was by my own side.
Oh, charming.
But that's just the way war is.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And then it was time to get in and take to the air. And I'm so glad that there are no pictures of me trying to get into the aeroplane, because I didn't realise how difficult it is to get in and out of the front seat on a Piper Cub. But once we were in and rolling, wow, I was transported back 80 years or more. And as we took off from Montrose, I could have been flying over the beaches of Normandy in 1944. Looking out the window, it could have been Montrose Beach, it could have been Juno Beach, it could have been Sword Beach. Just a phenomenal flying experience. The smells, the sounds, everything is just absolutely incredible, and I'm so thankful to Russell for taking me flying in this beautiful aeroplane. Of course, the Piper Cub was used as a spotting aircraft for artillery units during the war, and at this stage I felt pretty confident I could call in some pretty serious artillery fire on this wood if necessary. I didn't really fancy the prospect of being shot at by several hundred Germans, however, given that the Piper Cub really is not the fastest aeroplane in the world, and although it's a fantastic observational platform, there is absolutely no protection in it whatsoever. As we rejoin the circuit, you get a fantastic view out the right hand window to the site that we're using for landing today, and to Sword Beach. Well, okay, Montrose Beach. But by now, I was away with it. And all too soon, it was time to come in for a landing. Really enjoyed my fly in the Cub. I really did.
Absolutely.
Thanks so much to Russell for doing that, and you can see on my face just how happy I am. But after we landed, we then it was time for the obligatory photographs, and we managed to get some of the military vehicles in, and we did some poses and we got some pictures like some kind of tragic extras from Kelly's Heroes, but it was just the perfect end. Wow, it was just superb.
It's been an absolutely glorious day here at Montrose, and I hope you've enjoyed this kind of rather impromptu video. I've had a lovely day, and it's the first time I've kind of come to a fly-in for a wee while, so it's just been great. And hopefully next year, if you get the chance, come along to the Montrose Heritage Station Open Day. Or the station itself is open all year round, and it really is a fantastic museum. You heard Stuart talking about it earlier on. If you get the chance, pop along and find out about all of the different eras of Montrose in flying terms. Thanks to everybody who took the time to speak to me today. I know that's difficult because lots of people were flying here and they were flying to islands and flying to different places. So it's been a really nice day. Thank you for your time. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy what we do, please do like it. Please do follow the channel. And in the meantime, stay safe, and I'll speak to you soon.
And with that, it was time to fly home. But what better way to fly home than in the good company of Russell Miles and his Piper Cub, with my good friend John Robertson. Great end to a great day. Stay safe, guys. I will see you soon.